Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you how I wash my hair using the curly girl method. I just have to say I am no expert. I literally have only started this method just over a week ago, so I'm still learning lots. I am very much a beginner and I'm just still finding out loads of information and reading lots of information and following lots of blogs on Instagram just to kind of get my knowledge up a little bit. But the one thing I do know is that when you first start out, it's good to just keep it simple. So keep your routine simple, keep your products the same until your hair gets used to knowing what it's doing and finding those curl patterns. And then once your hair is a bit more defined, I'd say, then you can go and try using different products to see what works for you. But all you will need to wash your hair using the curly girl method that I am doing at the moment are just these few simple things. So as you can see here, I have a cotton t-shirt. I got this from Primark. I have a hairdryer with a diffuser on the end. You only diffuse on a cool setting. I'm using a Tesco Extracts Tropical Conditioner. All of these products are curly girl friendly. This conditioner was 80p from Tesco's. I'm using the Naughty Wave Hello Curl Defining Taming Cream. This was $6.99 from Amazon. And also this Pantene Pro V Mousse Defined Curls is also curly girl friendly. So I have been using both the mousse and the cream together just because I find the cream doesn't really form a cast and the mousse does. The cream makes it really curly, which is cool, but I feel like I much prefer it when there's a cast because I know that my curls hold better. So a cast is where you put the products on and leave it to dry, air dry completely, or to diffuse it until it's 100% bone dry, and it has like a really hard, crusty kind of feel to it. That is called a cast. And then obviously once it's 100% dry, then you scrunch out the cast and it should leave you with curls. Bearing in mind this is only my, I would say, third wash. Is it my third wash? Yeah, this is my third wash using the curly girl method, so I am still learning. So if you are a complete beginner like me, then I hope you find this video really useful. And if you've been doing it for years and you can give me some tips or some tricks that I'm missing out on, then I would really appreciate all of those. So make sure you leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Yeah, and I'm just gonna crack on. Firstly, I rinse off my hair thoroughly under the water, make sure every single piece is just soaking wet. Then I use my Tesco Extract Conditioner, so I just saturate my hair in this conditioner. I use so much of this stuff. And then what I start doing is finger detangling it. So I run my fingers through it as much as I can to get as many of the knots out. You can add more and more conditioner. If you've got a hair like mine, it gets so knotty, especially around by the neck. So I have to use so much of this conditioner to actually get the knots out. This is quite a lengthy process. This usually takes me the longest out of everything. But stick with it because it will be so worth it, and it's so much better for your hair than using a hairbrush or a comb. So even though it's a bit of a pain at the time, definitely keep going. So I then rinse out the conditioner once it's all detangled, and I put some more in, obviously, and this is where I scrub my scalp. This is washing your hair. This is called co-washing, conditioner washing, it's short for. And you basically scrub your scalp really hard with the pads of your fingertips, not your nails, until your arms ache for at least 5 minutes. No less than 5 minutes really. You need to get over every single part of your scalp, really scrubbing. This is what cleans your hair. You can then rinse it out. I tend to not rinse all of it out, but just kind of put it under a little bit, and I don't squeeze the water out of my hair. I put more in. This is called squish to condish. So you put conditioner in your hair and you basically squish it into your curls right up to the scalp. I then flick my head over, rinse it a little bit, but leave some in, and again, scrunch my hair up to form the curls. So step out of the shower and leave your hair dripping wet. Place your hair onto the cotton t-shirt and wrap the t-shirt around your head so your curls are fully inside the t-shirt. Right, so this is the bit that looks hilarious. Dan always laughs at me when he sees me like this. But this is called plopping, and what you do is you don't squeeze out any excess water. You leave your hair dripping wet, and you turn your head upside down and kind of let your curls drop into the towel, and then you wrap your hair up. So if you use a normal towel, then it causes a lot of frizz, so they say to use a cotton t-shirt, or a microfiber towel also does the job as well. I usually leave this on for about 10 minutes. Right, I've got my glasses on so I can actually see you now. What I did want to say was that if you don't find finger detangling works for you, then you can use a wide tooth comb, but make sure it's not dry and you're not brushing through curls. Make sure it's like covered in conditioner, soaking wet, and then you can brush out your tangles that way. They just say to not use a brush really, or like a fine tooth comb, because when you're brushing your hair you can't really feel where the knots are, and you just kind of keep brushing and brushing, and that's what breaks off your hair and obviously causes frizz, and it messes with your curl pattern as well. So it's better to just run your fingers through it and see where the knots are, and you can tease them out gently because you can actually feel what you're doing, so there's like much less breakage. I have watched so many different videos and spoke to so many different people, and people have their own techniques and ways of washing their hair, but I think as time goes on and you sort of kind of get into the curly girl method more and more, then you find what works for your hair and what doesn't work for your hair. So this plopping, I understand, doesn't work for so many people, but I don't know if it's working for me because I'm still learning and I'm still kind of transitioning into like getting my hair back to its normal state again. So it is just all trial and error really for the first 6 months, I'd say. This has been 10 minutes now. I am going to flip my head upside down and take it out. Right, so as you can see, like the curls, they're still in clumps. Like that's good, you want clumps. This is what it looks like at the moment, and actually this time round I've got much less frizz than I have had before. So I'm just going to move you down so you can see. Sorry, this video is probably going to be all over the place, but it's really awkward trying to film what you're doing with your hair when your head's upside down. Firstly, I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to put like a big, it's really quite hard to get out, big blob. Now I don't know if this is too much or too little, I don't know, I'm still learning. So I'm just going to rub my hands together and literally like scrunch it into the curls. Can you still hear that squelch sound? That's good. Can you hear that? That's what you want, because that means your hair is still got a lot of moisture in, which is what your curls want. You don't have to do it upside down. You can sort of shake your head out a bit and do it to the side if you want to. You want to scrunch it all in, get rid of all that product. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the mousse. Okay, now I'm gonna sit down and pixie diffuse my hair. Pixie diffusing is where you place the curls into the bowl of the diffuser right up to your scalp, then switch it on until you feel like it's pretty much dry. You can switch from cool to medium heat, but obviously if it's too hot for your scalp then it's too hot for your curls, so put it on the cool setting. This can be quite a lengthy process, but also if you are just air drying it, then you would literally leave it like this until it air dries. My hair soaks up so much water and moisture that actually it would just take forever to dry. So diffusing works for me better, although if you do it wrong you can get a lot of frizz. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, but I will speed this up because you will be sat here for ages. would say that that was about 95% dry. What I will do is finger twirl these front bits and just clip it back out of my face while I do my makeup. And I think probably by the time I finish doing my makeup, it would be dry, but it's really crunchy. So that's why it still looks really wet, I'd imagine. If you're looking at it and thinking, that doesn't look dry at all, it is pretty much dry. That's just the cast. So I will show you what I do once it's fully dry. I'm going to go and do my makeup, get myself ready, and then hopefully by the time I'm ready, this will all be dry. Right, so I have done my face. It's really hot, so I haven't put too much makeup on, and I've finger twirled this front bit back just because that's a bit that tends to go haywire because it's the shortest bit. That's why I think I need a bit of a haircut. I'm not sure if that will make a difference to me, but I do see that the shortest part of my hair curls so much and it kind of goes out of control. When it's at this stage and it's pretty much nearly dry, try not to touch it, because the more you touch it, then you will get a lot of frizz. I have noticed this time actually, and each time I wash my hair it gets better and better and I get less frizz and more curls. Yeah, just leave it be, leave it alone till it's dry. And obviously I've diffused it, so it has sped up time a little bit, but I'm just gonna go downstairs, have some lunch, and then yeah, I will come back to you and tell you the next stage. Right, hi guys. So my hair is now, I would say, completely dry. It doesn't feel wet at the root at all. So bone dry. Sorry, I have been outside, so my glasses are still a bit tinted. Still quite crunchy. Some of it's not so crunchy anymore, but it is still a little bit crunchy. So it's been about an hour, I'd say, so it's definitely dry. So you can either just scrunch without anything and just make sure you scrunch all the crunch out so it's not crunchy anymore. You can flip your head upside down, give it a bit of a fluff up and style it how you want. Or you can use a curly girl friendly oil. This is one that I've had for ages, and it's the Amber and Argan Oil Montebello Gold Oil Essence. I'll link everything that I've used down below. I literally just put like the tiniest bit on my fingertips, rub it in, and then just basically all you do is just scrunch it all out so it gets more like fluffy and not so wet looking crunchy, if that makes sense. You can do it upside down, you can do it however you feel comfortable doing it. Again, as I said earlier, it is all trial and error, so you do just need to keep going with it. And that's the thing, like, I think your hair gets to a stage where it looks really, really rubbish. You kind of need to work through that stage. But this is basically, I would say, the best it's ever looked, because I don't have a lot of halo frizz. Don't know if you can see, but I really don't have a lot of halo frizz, whereas before I'd have so much frizz. The lighting is so bad, so I don't know if you can see there, but the curls really are starting to take shape. I don't know if you can, I don't know how well you can see how curly it is, but yeah, this is definitely the best it's ever looked without it being frizzy. So yeah, I mean, hopefully you can see. I'm not sure if it's better with the light or without. So yeah, basically now this is my hair once it's done, and I will leave it like this all week until next weekend when I wash it again. I'll definitely do one refresh, or possibly two depending on how bad it is. That is how I do my curly girl method. That is how I have learned to do it, and how I feel like my hair is really starting to change now, and it feels so healthy and so soft. I know quite a few of the questions that you've asked me have been, does your hair feel clean because you only use conditioner? And actually it does feel really clean. That's why you have to really scrub. That's it. That's how I wash my hair. I know it's a bit of a long-winded process, but I'd figured the more I do it, the quicker it will get, because it's like I'll get used to it more. I really hope you found it helpful. Please do leave me any questions down below. If you have any questions to ask, I'll leave all the products that I use linked down below. So many of you over on my Instagram really were interested and were inspired to do this, but you weren't sure what to do or how to do it or where to even start. So I hope this has given you a bit of an insight into the curly girl method. Please give me a huge thumbs up, and remember to subscribe while you're over here if you'd like to see more hair videos or day in the life vlogs, beauty videos, all that kind of stuff. Please remember to hit the subscribe button. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you in my next one. Bye.